Good afternoon. Welcome to the House Judiciary Committee. It is February 27th, Friday. It has such a nice ring to it. We are going to have our vote session, and we're going to start with House Bill 477, Delegate Embry, Criminal Procedure, Admission of Out-of-Court Statements, Assault in the Second Degree. Is there a motion? Second. Thank you. It has been moved and second on House Bill 477. Is there any discussion? Delegate Conaway.
Thank you, Chair. It's just the bill where you can record the statement on the telephone or something like that. Can we get a brief description of what the bill does?
Yes, and it is not. And Delegate Embry.
Thank you, Delegate Conaway. No, although there is a recording component. So so currently, it's called forfeiture by wrongdoing is the concept. So currently for felonies, if one party in a criminal case causes a witness on the other side or the victim not to be there by doing something criminal, then the state, if there is a recorded statement and if a judge approves it, that could potentially be used if it's proved that they did something wrong to keep them away from court.
Where would you get this recorded statement from?
So most typically, so the examples were like a jail call because those are recorded.
Okay. Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, members, do we have any other questions regarding our first bill for our voting session, House Bill 477? Do you have any questions? All right, seeing none, please take the roll.
House Bill 477, Delegate Embry, Criminal Procedure, Admission of Out-of-Court Statements, Assault in the Second Degree. The Vice Chair. The Vice Chair votes aye. Delegate Valentine. Aye. Delegate Valentine votes aye. Delegate Embry. Delegate Embry votes aye. Delegate Cardin. Delegate Cardin votes aye. Delegate Phillips. Yes. Delegate Phillips votes aye. Delegate Congolo. Delegate Congolo votes aye. Delegate Stinnett. Yes. Delegate Stinnett votes aye. Delegate Simmons. Aye. Delegate Simmons votes aye. Delegate Boucher is excused. Delegate McComas. Yes. Delegate McComas votes aye. Delegate Moreno. Aye. Delegate Moreno votes aye. Delegate Arcon. Yes. Delegate Arcon votes aye. Delegate Taylor. Aye. Delegate Taylor votes aye. Delegate Simpson. Aye. Delegate Simpson votes aye. Delegate Mangione. Yes. Delegate Mangione votes yes. Delegate Moon. Yes. Delegate Moon votes aye. Delegate Conaway. Aye. Delegate Conaway votes aye. Delegate Woods. Aye. Delegate Woods votes aye. Delegate Williams. Aye. Delegate Williams votes aye. 18-001. The motion passes.
And just for a moment, I just want to say that it was U.S. Attorney Eric Barron who passed the bill back in 2020, and that was House Bill 40, where we first started looking at causing unavailability of witnesses. So this is kind of looking at that in a different, adding on to that. House, in case he's listening to our vote session, I just want to say thank you.
Because he has nothing, he misses us so much.
I know he does. Okay, House Bill 491. This is Delegate Phillips, Criminal Procedure, Victims of Sexually Assaultive Behavior, Request for Verbal Acknowledgement. Is there a motion?
Second.
It has been moved and second. Are there any questions? Delegate Arcon and then Delegate Valentine.
Thanks. Could Claire just go over what the bill does exactly?
This bill prohibits a law enforcement agency in interactions with a victim of sexually assaultive behavior from making a request for verbal acknowledgement to waive certain rights as otherwise specified in statute. Under current law, a law enforcement agency may not present a victim with a form that would waive their rights. And this is just saying they can't ask them verbally to waive their rights or give them a form.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Delegate Valentine.
Thank you, Madam Chair. That was part of my question, but the other part was, should a victim, upon an initial investigation, elect not to pursue the case, can she or he then change their mind, you know, maybe weeks or months later to have that case reinitiated?
It's my understanding that they can.
Okay. Thank
They
you.
can temporarily, in the current law, it refers to a victim requesting that the scope of an investigation be limited or that an investigation be temporarily or permanently suspended.
Thank you.
Delegate Cardin.
Thank you. Just to try and maybe put this into regular language, because I think that this is a really good bill, is if somebody decides they don't want to pursue, they can ask the police not to pursue, and the police can then initiate some sort of confirmation of that, of that waiver. However, if they don't do that, we shouldn't make it incumbent, we shouldn't allow a police officer to try to, whether it be verbally or written, try and get somebody to waive their rights when it could be in this moment of somewhat insecurity and uncertainty, it could be coercive. And I think that's the purpose of the bill. Is that not correct?
And that is correct. And then also under the written testimony from the Office of the Attorney General, it's almost exactly what Delegate Cardin just said, if you want to follow it up. Delegate McComas.
Just a quick question. Assuming that they have DNA evidence and they have the rape kit, then it shouldn't be a problem if they say, no, I don't want it, and then let's say a month or two or even 3 months later, that kit is still there and can be used to find out who the bad hombre is. In other words, how long would they keep these kits if somebody didn't say pursue it? Or is that an issue?
We actually expanded the time in which we keep the kits because there was an excellent doctor before the rape kits were used for DNA evidence at GBMC. Thank you, GBMC, and it was my bill, sorry, I can't remember. And so we expanded the time frame, and it's quite a long time. I can't remember what we expanded it to, but it's quite a long time for that purpose. He was aware that the science would be preserved and that people could use this to determine the identification of the sexual assaulter. And so we have extended. So the DNA, the forensic evidence will still remain.
I guess what I was concerned is that we know about, the assault of children and everything, and that it takes a long time. I could also see where if a person was assaulted as a kid and then they get raped as an adult, they may, it's a lot of stuff to have to process, and they may not want to do it for a while and then decide, doggone, I need to, to help them, I need to do this.
Right, and I agree with you, and that will not be hindered by this. Yeah, the evidence could still be preserved.
Okay, all right, thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Members, do we have any other questions? Seeing none, please call the roll.
House Bill 491, Delegate Phillips, Criminal Procedure, Victims of Sexually Assaulted Behavior, Request for Verbal Acknowledgement. The Vice Chair. Yes. Vice Chair votes aye. Delegate Valentine. Yes. Delegate Valentine votes aye. Delegate Embry. Aye. Delegate Embry votes aye. Delegate Cardin. Yes. Delegate Cardin votes aye. Delegate Phillips. Yes. Delegate Phillips votes aye. Delegate Congolo. Yes. Delegate Congolo votes yes. Delegate Stinnett. Yes. Delegate Stinnett votes yes. Delegate Simmons. Aye. Delegate Simmons votes yes. Delegate Boucher is excused. Delegate McComas. Yes. Delegate McComas votes yes. Delegate Moreno. Aye. Delegate Moreno votes yes. Delegate Archon. Delegate Archon votes yes. Delegate Taylor. Delegate Taylor votes yes. Delegate Simpson. Delegate Simpson votes yes. Delegate Mangione. Delegate Mangione votes yes. Delegate Moon. Delegate Moon votes yes. Delegate Conaway. Delegate Conaway votes yes. Delegate Woods. Delegate Woods votes yes. Delegate Williams. Delegate Williams votes yes. Tally is 18-001. The motion carries.
Okay, we're going to move on to House Bill 821. This is a department bill from the Judiciary, and it is entitled Judicial Removal Disqualification from Future Judicial Office. In fact, my apologies, I'm going to go ahead and skip 821 just for a second and continue with your bills, okay, since you're right here? Okay, all right, so let's go to House Bill 899. House Bill 899. This is a departmental bill. This is Home Detention Monitoring Agencies, Promotion and Solicitation of Business Prohibition. And there is an amendment.
Move the amendment.
Thank you. It has been second and moved, and it has been moved and second to move the amendment. Claire, can you tell what the amendment does?
Yes, the amendment simply relocates the substance of the bill from the Business Occupations and Professions article to the Criminal Procedure article. There's an existing prohibition that's very similar that relates to bail bondsmen. And so this would just put this one relating to private home detention monitoring agencies right next to the one on for bail bondsmen.
Members, do we have any questions on the amendment? You sure?
Not on the amendment.
Okay. All right. There's been a motion and a second on the amendment. All in favor of the amendment, please raise your hand. It is unanimous. All opposed? I didn't see anybody. I want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Okay, it is unanimous on the amendment. Is there a motion on the bill as amended? It's been moved and seconded to move the bill as amended. Delegate Valentine, do you have a question?
The only question. Thank you, Madam Chair. The only question I have is, and it probably relates to the bail bondsman, who would enforce this? Like, if there was a complaint in a courtroom, who would the judge or the judiciary make the complaint to actually, like, write the citation and then go through the steps? Do we know how that's even handled? I was just curious about that.
Well, with regard to licensing, the Department of Public Safety and Correctional Services has oversight over the licensing of private home detention monitoring agencies. So it would be referred to the department to enforce that. As for, I guess, maybe the police.
I was wondering if it would be like.
A judge could tell a police officer and they'd be given a citation.
Or I was wondering if it was like through like DLLR, like the Department of Labor and Licensing, some kind of enforcement mechanism if it's under the business regulations somehow, where they would make a complaint with that division
Well, I think that would be the Department of Public Safety and Correctional Services for these
is
particular type of businesses.
I was just curious. I was wondering how it would actually be enforced.
I guess the police, I guess if a judge saw this was going on and, wanted to pursue it, would tell a police officer and they would be issued a citation.
Okay, thank you.
I would think it would be the bailiff that would tell them bug out, and then the bailiff would write them a citation or something, or else.
I don't think
then forward it
bailiffs
to the
have,
office
our
courts or something.
police, have police powers.
Meaning that they wouldn't be able to write the citation right there. Yeah, they can force them to leave, but they wouldn't be able to write the citation.
But I think the example of the bailiff probably would be the judge might not have known he might not have been on the bench. Bailiffs are pretty,
Right. Yep. They would, yep. We love our bailiffs. Delegate Archon?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Claire, can you just tell us if this fine structure matches the fine structure of the bail bondsman?
Yes, it's identical.
Okay, it's identical. Okay, I was just checking to make sure there was some parity there. Okay, thank you.
Okay, great. So is there any further discussion on the bill as amended? Seeing none, please call the roll.
House Bill 899, Maryland Judicial Conference, Home Detention Monitoring Agencies, Promotion and Solicitation of Business Prohibition. The Vice Chair. Vice Chair votes aye. Delegate Valentine. Delegate Valentine votes aye. Delegate Embry. Delegate Embry votes aye. Delegate Cardin. Delegate Cardin votes yes. Delegate Phillips. Delegate Phillips votes yes. Delegate Congolo. Delegate Congolo votes yes. Delegate Stinnett. Delegate Stinnett votes yes. Delegate Simmons. Delegate Simmons votes yes. Delegate Boucher is excused. Delegate McComas. Delegate McComas votes yes. Delegate Moreno. Delegate Moreno votes yes. Delegate Archon. Delegate Archon votes yes. Delegate Taylor. Delegate Taylor votes yes. Delegate Simpson. Delegate Simpson votes yes. Delegate Mangione. Delegate Mangione votes yes. Delegate Moon. Delegate Moon votes yes. Delegate Conaway. Delegate Conaway votes yes. Delegate Woods. Delegate Woods votes aye. Delegate Williams. Delegate Williams votes yes. The tally is 18-001. The motion carries.
Thank you very much. We're going to move now to House Bill 1030. This is also a departmental bill from the Judiciary, Office of the State Prosecutor, Investigation of Threats to Judges. Is there a motion? Second. It has been moved and seconded on House Bill 1030. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, please call the roll.
House Bill 1030, Maryland Judicial Conference, Office of the State Prosecutor, Investigation of Threats, Judges. The Vice Chair. Vice Chair votes aye. Delegate Valentine. Delegate Valentine votes aye. Delegate Embry. Delegate Embry votes aye. Delegate Cardin. Delegate Cardin votes aye. Delegate Phillips. Delegate Phillips votes aye. Delegate Congolo. Delegate Congolo votes aye. Delegate Stinnett. Delegate Stinnett votes aye. Delegate Simmons. Delegate Simmons votes aye. Delegate Boucher is excused. Delegate McComas. Delegate McComas votes aye. Delegate Moreno. Delegate Moreno votes aye. Delegate Archon. Delegate Archon votes yeah. Delegate Taylor. Delegate Taylor votes yes. Delegate Simpson. Delegate Simpson votes yeah. Delegate Mangione. Delegate Mangione votes yes. Delegate Moon. Delegate Moon votes yes. Delegate Conaway. Delegate Conaway votes yes. Delegate Woods. Delegate Woods votes aye. Delegate Williams. Delegate Williams votes aye. Tally is 18-001. The motion carries. I apologize.
All righty. If nothing else, Judiciary is a fun place to be. Okay, we're going to go circle back now that we've finished all those bills and go to House Bill 821, also a departmental bill from the Judiciary, and this is disqualification from future judicial office. Is there a motion?
Second.
All right, it has been moved and second. Are there any questions on House Bill 821? Did you? Okay. Seeing any, 821. Seeing no questions, please call the roll.
House Bill 821, Maryland Judicial Conference, Judiciary Department, Judicial Removal, Disqualification from Future Judicial Office. The Vice Chair. The Vice Chair votes yes. Delegate Valentine. Yes. Delegate Valentine votes yes. Delegate Embry. Delegate Embry votes aye. Delegate Cardin. Yes. Delegate Cardin votes yes. Delegate Phillips. Yes. Delegate Phillips votes yes. Delegate Congolo. Yes. Delegate Congolo votes yes. Delegate Stinnett. Yes. Delegate Stinnett votes yes. Delegate Simmons. Yes. Delegate Simmons votes yes. Delegate Boucher is excused. Delegate McComas. Yes. Delegate McComas votes yes. Delegate Moreno. Aye. Delegate Moreno votes aye. Delegate Archon. Yes. Delegate Archon votes yes. Delegate Taylor. Yes. Delegate Taylor votes yes. Delegate Simpson. Delegate Simpson votes in the affirmative. Delegate Mangione. Delegate Mangione votes yes. Delegate Moon. Delegate Moon votes yes. Delegate Conaway. Delegate Conaway votes yes. Delegate Woods. Delegate Woods votes aye. Delegate Williams. Delegate Williams votes aye. The tally is 18-001. The motion carries.
Thank you, members. I can assure you, this is the shortest vote session we will have all session. I hope you enjoyed it. We are adjourned.